Now, the buzz is our favorite form of social media here on the Hampton Road Show, but the show just wouldn't be the same without the actual conversation that we have. But unfortunately, when it comes to young people, that's a lost art a lot of times. So it's a good time now to talk with your kids about social networking and the place it has in those places where maybe it doesn't belong. Joining us now is Evelyn Augustin, Virginia State Certified Mediator, Educator, Marriage and Family Advisor from Chesapeake Bay Academy. And there's no denying the kids love to use social media, but I know that you've become concerned, as many people have, that young people are forgetting how to have actual conversation. You've even come up with a cute little acronym to remind folks the importance of being able to talk, and it's TALK. So tell me what it stands for.
Talk is talk about listening and keeping it real, and it is a program I came up with to discuss with youth more about interpersonal communication, technology, listening, conflict resolution, and self-esteem. And I came up with it because of my concern for our youth today.
Yeah.
And their overuse of technology, such as texting, IM, Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah. And when you talk about the way young people use technology and their self-esteem, I know that you mean that they're not just using it as a form of communication, but they're using it as a bit of a measuring device of their own self-worth. How dangerous is that?
It's pretty dangerous, because what it's doing is they're in a room, isolated, and they're developing a false reality. You know, I'm with the youth all the time during the school year, and you ask them questions, how many friends they have, and they're convinced they have 400 friends. They don't see these people. So they're in a room, they're isolated, and they're believing, they're convinced that they have 300-400 friends. And it concerns me because it's having a negative impact. They're not out there talking one-on-one with people, learning how to look at people right in their face, the eyes. And, communication, for a message to be sent or received, is body language, tone of voice, and the words you speak. I think it's like 55% body language, 38% is tone of voice, and 7% is the word spoken. When you're utilizing IM, Facebook, email, Twitter, textbook, texting, you're not using any body language, any of those, and I can't see them. And so there's a great concern.
When you're talking with kids, though, about the importance of maintaining those interpersonal relationships, those in-person kinds of relationships, and they're kind of looking at you like, why? Because their normal may be something different, and it's become their normal. So what's the role of the older people in their lives, parents, teachers, to show them how to find that balance, especially when they see adults in their lives using the technology as well, but maybe not as much for socializing as, I'll still take a cup of coffee in person with my best friend over a text any day.
Well,
it's our role.
A concern for adults as well, but I think our role as a parent, as an educator, I talk to the kids, communicate with them, is encouraging social activities, after-school activities, setting limits on the computer. We have that right in our home as parents to do that. In the schools, perhaps it could be taught more. I don't know, call it the etiquette of technology, or a proper use of technology. Technology is great, but not to replace what we have, what we can develop between ourselves one-on-one. It's a great avenue, but it's not here. We should not allow it to replace, and we have to try to teach our kids by example. Can't give up on teaching. You got to keep teaching, teaching, and teaching.
All right, that's a good point. All right, Evelyn Augustin, thanks so much, not just for talking the talk. She is teaching the talk, T-A-L-K, of balancing social media in your young person's world. If you'd like more information about that, you can visit cba-va.org, or you can call 497-6200. Thanks so much.
Thank you.